Hello and welcome to the channel. Whose horse was it? This is a very interesting story. It centers around a dispute between a young man and a beggar over a horse. The beggar falsely claims the horse is his, but through a clever test, the young man proves that the beggar is lying. The story highlights themes of honesty, justice, and cleverness. Whose horse was it? In this story, a young man is traveling to town on his horse when he encounters a beggar at the town gate. The beggar, who is lame, asks the young man for help and requests a ride to the market. The kind young man agrees, putting the beggar on the horse and riding with him to the market. However, upon reaching the market, the beggar refuses to get off the horse, claiming it is his. The young man insists that the horse belongs to him and threatens to take the beggar to the king's officer. At the officer's office, both the young man and the beggar tell their sides of the story. The beggar falsely claims that the horse is his, while the young man asks the officer for a chance to ask the beggar a question. The young man covers the horse's eyes and his turban and asks the beggar to identify which eye of the horse is blind. The beggar, unsure, gives conflicting answers. The young man then reveals that the horse is not blind at all. The officer realizes that the beggar is lying and orders his arrest. The story ends with the beggar being caught for his dishonesty and the young man regains his horse. The story illustrates the importance of truth and cleverness in resolving conflicts. Now, in details. One day, a young man was riding his horse to town. As he approached the town gate, he saw a beggar sitting there. The beggar called out to the young man and asked for help, saying, "Sir, I am lame. Please take me to the market on your horse." The young man, being kind-hearted, agreed and let the beggar ride with him to the market. When they reached the market, the young man told the beggar that he could get off the horse now, but the beggar refused. He said, "I don't want to get off. You get off my horse. I want to continue riding." The young man was confused and said, "Your horse? This is my horse." The beggar insisted, "No, this is my horse." The young man got angry and said, "If this is your horse, then I will take you to the king's officer." So they both went to the king's officer, who was responsible for solving disputes. The young man explained to the officer, "Sir, I was riding my horse to the town and this beggar asked for a ride because he is lame. I helped him, but now he says the horse is his. Please help me get my horse back." The beggar replied, "This man is a liar. The horse is mine. I am lame and I can't walk, so I bought this horse to help me move around." The officer could not decide who was telling the truth. He didn't know whose horse it was. So the young man asked the officer, "Sir, may I ask him a question?" The officer agreed, and the young man took off his turban and quickly covered the horse's eyes and the turban with the turban and asked the beggar, "You say this is your horse? You know your horse well. Can you tell me which of its eyes is blind, the left or the right?" The beggar hesitated and said, "The right one." Then he changed his answer and said, "No, It's the left eye. The young man turned to the officer and said, Sir, my horse doesn't have a blind eye. It can see clearly. The officer then uncovered the horse's eyes and saw that the horse was not blind at all. The officer immediately understood that the beggar was lying. He told the beggar, You are a thief. You are lying about the horse. Come with me, I will put you in prison. The young man got his horse back, and the beggar was arrested for his dishonesty. This story teaches us about the importance of truthfulness and how clever thinking can help solve problems.